Hello guys, welcome back. We are back with our new video in which we are going to tell you about the 4G smartphones under rupees 3000. I know that we have made an earlier video on this topic, but this video is an updated version of that video because that video had some copyright issues, so we have to publish an updated version of that video. And we are making this video because of some other issues also, like some of the phones in our previous video have gone and not available in the market as in 2017. So we are making this video to get you updated with the newest version of the smartphones and the latest tech available in the market. So let's begin. This is Rishabh and you're watching the top 5 category. Let's start our talk on our budget-friendly smartphones. The first maker in our list is the iOmi V505. Confused? Yeah, me too. Jokes apart. The phone that we are going to talk about is quite good and powerful from its competitors. Yeah, I know that's why it's on top. Let's talk about the build quality of this phone. The build quality is not good as Samsung or Xiaomi or Nokia phones, but it's good as compared to its price. It's quite slim as compared to other phones in this price range. If we talk about the screen, which is quite responsive and has pixel density of 960 into 540 pixels. Let's talk about the battery in this phone. The first thing that I'm gonna tell you about is don't expect too much battery backup from this type of smartphones at this price range, because you are not gonna expect too much battery from this type of phones. But in this specific model or this specific brand, you are getting 3000 mAh of battery, which is quite good enough for mid-range usage. If we come on the performance of this phone, the performance is also quite good as you are getting 1 GB of RAM. That is sufficient enough for low or mid-range usage. If you want to know about the camera in this phone, it meets your needs. You are getting 5+5 MP of front plus rear camera. And now the time comes to see the inbuilt storage in the phone. You are getting 8 GB of inbuilt storage, which is quite good. You can store many things in 8 GB of storage. The most important thing that you are getting and you expect in this phone is the LTE support, that voice over LTE, through which you can call directly from your keypad. You don't need other third-party applications like Geo, 4G voice, etc. So this is a feature-packed phone and you can go for it under 3000. The second cute budget-friendly smartphone is the Intex Aqua A4. Important thing to notice, you are getting Android 7.0, which is nougat in this phone in this price range. This is quite impressive. If we talk about the display of the phone, it is quite sluggish. You can't see properly in a bright sunny day. And the build quality, if we talk about the build quality of the phone, it is really very cheap. Very cheap plastic is used to build this smartphone, which is quite genuine in most of the smartphones built by Intex. If we talk about the display, you are getting a 4-inch of display with this smartphone. And the RAM, the performance of the phone. If we talk about the RAM of the phone is also quite good as the previous one, which is 1 GB. If we talk about the selfie guys, you are getting 2 megapixels of front facing camera with 5 megapixels of rear camera. And here comes the weak point of the phone, the battery. You are getting 1750 mAh of battery. That is not quite good, but you can go for it if you don't use your phone too much. It also has 8 GB of inbuilt storage. If we talk about the build quality, have talked this earlier. And yeah, the phone also supports VoLTE, which is voice over LTE, so you don't need to suffer with the phone calls via third-party softwares. So the second smartphone, that is the Intex Aqua A4, you can go for it under rupees 3000, which is 4G supported and VoLTE supported. The next phone in our list is also an Intex phone, and here comes the name, Intex Aqua 4G Mini. It is powered by Android 6.0 Marshmallow. And now let's begin the talk with the build quality of the phone. The build quality is as usual as Intex builds, but it is slightly better than the previous Intex phone. It's a lightweight phone and it's not as thick as the previous Intex, but it is also not very thin. It looks pretty nice. Some medium usage can be made through this phone. And if we talk about the display, it is also not very good, as it is 480 into 800 pixels. Now let's jump straight into the performance section. It can't perform like a pro, but can be used. Performance is not good as the previous two smartphones, and it's a little bit laggy too. It is powered by 512 MB of RAM and a passable 4 GB of inbuilt storage. It has 1.3 MP of selfie camera and 5 MP of rear camera. If we talk about the battery of the phone, it's really worthless. But what do we expect from a brand like Intex? It is giving 1450 mAh of battery, which is the worst part of the phone. One more weak point of the phone is that it can't support VoLTE. Moving on to our next budget-friendly smartphones, that is the Swipe Connect Star, pricing at rupees 2,999 approx. The OS is Marshmallow, which is the Android 6.0. Display is as usual, not good at all, 480 into 854 pixels. Now let's see the build quality of the smartphone. Phone doesn't look good at all. Phone is quite small. Phone is quite thick, and you are getting a 2 MP of selfie camera along with 5 MP of rear camera. Going to its technical specs, the phone comes with two different models, with one GB and 16 GB, and the other one is 512 MB of RAM with 4 GB of inbuilt storage, with slight price differences. One more worst thing in the phone is that it can't support VoLTE. And lastly, I recommend to use this phone if you have a tight budget and the other phones are not available in the market, then go for it. Otherwise, the phone is not good at all. Now here we go, the last smartphone in our list. We have placed this smartphone in our last ranking only because it is released a little earlier. The phone that we are going to talk about is the Swipe Connect Neo 4G. The display is not good in this phone as it runs on low pixels. You are getting a 4-inch display. Let's start our talk with the build quality of the phone. The phone looks little like old phones that we have used in earlier years. The design is also not good. Phone is little thick. And now let's jump to the technical specs of the phone. The phone comes with 512 MB of RAM, which is not good as compared to other phones in this price segment. You are also getting 4 GB of inbuilt storage, which is also not good as per as the needs of the people of today. If we talk about the selfie camera, you will get 1.3 MP of selfie camera with 5 MP of rear camera. Next thing is the battery. Don't expect too much from this phone because obviously it's a Swipe phone and it's a Chinese company, so you can't expect too much. You are getting 2000 mAh of lithium-ion battery, which can't hold your phone whole day, so the battery is not good in this phone. One good or possible thing is that you are getting a VoLTE supports to call directly from your keypad. Alright guys, that's it for the day. And thank you for watching this video, and please keep supporting, and please keep subscribing, keep liking, and keep commenting. Your one comment encourages us to make some other videos like this. And if you want to see more videos about budget gadgets, please subscribe to our channel. Thanks. Hope you have a good day ahead.